Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Haxenhunt. Today we are putting two bows head to head. We're going with the Mathews VXR 28 with the Hoyt AXIUS ALPHA. Really excited about shooting these two bows. Both of them set up at 30-inch draw, 70-pound weight. Excited to see which one I feel is shooting better. So if you want to see which one is shooting better and which one I'd rather prefer to take home with me today, then go ahead and stay tuned. So first up, we've got the Mathews VXR 28. Very small, compact bow. It's going to be good for in the tree stand and in the blind. Good weight to it, very light. It has a really long riser for a 28-inch axle bow. Those limbs are just very parallel limbs. Feels really good in the hand. That grip feels really good. The balance of this bow, I go ahead and just let it sit in my hand, balances very well. It doesn't really want to tilt anywhere. Let's pull this back and show you guys the draw cycle. Okay, let's focus on that draw. That back wall is so solid. That bow is so dead in the hand. It does not want to go anywhere. So it has a very smooth draw. Let's go ahead and draw it one more time and show you guys. It does kind of drop hard into that valley, but let's show you guys that. Those cams, they do not want to rotate at all. String angle is a little bit of a steeper string angle. Let me see. I thought this was set up at a 30. Oh, you know what? This is a 29-inch draw, so maybe I'll change that weight to a 29. So 29-inch draw. My bad on that. Saying it's a 30. I thought it was. So it does settle in really good. I do feel like I have to tilt my head down in order to find that string on my nose and get my anchor point. However, that shooting is very smooth. There is no recoil on that whatsoever. Just so solid. No hand vibration. Just that's one thing that I've noticed about the VXR this year is just it's very dead in the hand. Yeah, very smooth shooting bow. Let's I mean, other than that string angle, because I'm having to kind of tilt my face forward to get that. So if I show you guys, here's my anchoring point with my hand on my jaw, my lip on the kiss button. I gotta tilt that far for my nose to touch it, and I like having my nose touch, but I don't really like to tilt my face forward very much in order to find that string angle, or in order to find that string on my nose. But the way that it shoots and feels in the hand kind of makes up for that. It's just so smooth in the hand. It's a great shooting bow. It feels pretty dang light. Let's see, I'm gonna grab a stabilizer, throw it on it, and see how it's shooting with a stabilizer. Okay, so I threw a little 6-inch stabilizer up front to kind of see how it feels in the balance of the bow with that stabilizer, seeing if that changes anything at all. Definitely feels a lot more stable. Shoot that again. Definitely feels super steady on the target. That pin just settles down really good. Yeah, that stabilizer adds that much more stabilization, and there is literally no hand shock or jump forward on this bow. Shoot it again and pay attention to the hand shock. Yeah, very dead in the hand. No hand shock, no jump forward or anything. Let me just fix this mic here for you guys. So, probably one of the most dead in the hand bows that I've shot this year for sure is the VXR series. Not the biggest fan of the string angle of the 28-inch axle bow. It just does seem like I'm kind of looking for that string each shot. But let's go shoot the AXIUS ALPHA, see how that one is feeling. Pay attention to the string angle of that one compared to this one, because that one is a 29.5-inch axle, so it's only 1.5 inches bigger. This one does have a bigger riser, just because of the way that they've been able to create such a long riser on a short axle bow. So I'm going to grab those arrows, grab the bow, and we're going to shoot the AXIUS ALPHA. Next up is going to be the Hoyt AXIUS ALPHA. This is a 29.5-inch bow, axle, so it is Hoyt's shorter version of their AXIUS, short version of the AXIUS model. So let's put it up ahead against this VXR 28. So if I match up those pockets up top with the riser, you can see that the bottom of the VXR riser is a lot longer than even a longer axle bow. So let's match up those axles. So you can see 1.5 inches there, but however that riser is even longer on this VXR. The balance of this AXIUS ALPHA is just so dead in the hand, so very well balanced, just like that VXR 28 was. Both of them are very well balanced bows. Let's do the draw cycle on this bow. Okay, so show that back wall. So this one is a little bit spongier, not a whole lot. Hand shock on this bow is I didn't feel it on that shot. Let's pay attention to it on this shot. Yeah, there's honestly not a lot of hand shock on this bow at all during that shot, so that's a big plus. I thought it'd have a little bit more than that VXR, but honestly, it's feeling just as dead in the hand as that VXR is. Jump forward feels solid, not jumping forward hard on me. The draw cycle is very, very smooth. I do feel like it is just a solid pull throughout the whole cycle, but not very bad at all. I wouldn't really complain about it. And yeah, it just settles in really nice on that target. That pin just sits right there and doesn't really float around too much. Shooting 70 pounds on this one. Draw that back one more time. And that string angle is a little bit wider than that VXR, which is really nice because I'm not trying to search for it, point my nose down towards that string. It sits on it really nice, kind of in a good, comfortable position. Yeah, grip feels really good in the hand. Doesn't jump forward at all very much, which is really nice. So I'm going to grab that stabilizer off that VXR, throw a stabilizer on here, and just kind of shoot that and see how that's feeling shooting with that extra stability up front. Now that I've added that 6-inch stabilizer on front of this AXIUS ALPHA, let's go ahead and do the drawback and shoot and see how it helps that stability of the dropping that pin down onto the target. Super steady. Even more dead in the hand than it was before, which it was already super dead in the hand on all those shots. I like that a lot. Very comparable shooting bows with the shooting factor for sure. Settles in really good. You're able to get a pretty quick shot off there. So we're gonna go ahead and throw them through the chronograph and everything and see how fast they're shooting compared to each other. And we'll be shooting with a 437 grain arrow, and we'll throw them through that, see which one is shooting faster. We'll put them on a scale and see the real weight, even with both the same exact sight and rest on there. They just have a whisker biscuit and a single pin plastic sight there. So I'll throw that on over there, see how fast they're shooting, and then come back over here and do a 2 arrow grouping, and then go ahead and pick which arrow or which bow is shooting best in my personal hand. First up through the chronograph is going to be this Hoyt AXIUS ALPHA. We're going to shoot this, and it's set up at a 29-inch draw. That way we can match that VXR. .292 on that first shot, and it's again a 437 grain arrow. Both of these arrows are 437. .294. So very consistent there. 293 or 292 and 294. Next up, let's grab this VXR 28, and it's at a 29-inch draw as well. .296, so it is getting 2 FPS faster than that Hoyt. and 295. So very comparable speeds on both of those. VXR is just getting just a hair bit faster speeds than the AXIUS ALPHA. And we're gonna go ahead and throw them up here on the scale and see how comparable the weights are. Let's first weigh this AXIUS ALPHA up here. .23, and that is equipped with a whisker biscuit and just that cheap sight there. And same here with this VXR, which got the same sight with the whisker biscuit. So that one was 5.23. Let's throw this VXR up here. We got 5 flat. So we've got that AXIUS ALPHA is just 0.23 pounds heavier than that VXR. It is 1.5 inches longer axle, so it's a little bit bigger bow. This one does have a bigger riser, so it's got maybe a little bit of weight there in there. So very comparable with weights and speeds. So let's go check them out back here on the other side of this wall for the range and do a 2 arrow grouping and see how they're shooting. Let's check the true weight. So it's set at 70 pounds. We got 71.57 for the AXIUS ALPHA. Got 71 on that. Let's try this VXR.
Side by side, just fall in love with one. Oh, this is the best boy ever shot, and buy it and go home for 2 weeks and come back.
All right, we got 72 pounds on that VXR. So just over 70 pounds on both of those. All right, so time to take up the AXIUS ALPHA and the VXR 28 and do a 2 arrow grouping. We did see the exact draw weight on those bows. VXR was 72 pounds and then the AXIUS ALPHA was 71 pounds. So they are running a little up above that 70 pound mark, which they're rated at. So that's probably what's going to give that VXR the extra 2 FPS in the shooting is the extra pound. But we're going to shoot them here at the target, right here at that speed bag. We're testing out, seeing how well it holds up. Yeah, so first up, we're going to shoot this AXIUS ALPHA. Here we go. To see how accurate and consistent we can get this to shoot. 2 shots. All right, first shot there. Let's go with this second shot out of the AXIUS ALPHA. Good group there. Now we're gonna go ahead and shoot the VXR 28 and see what group we can get with this one. Second shot out of the VXR 28. Good shot there. Let's go check those arrows, see where they are hitting. All right, so first up right here is going to be that AXIUS ALPHA. And right there is going to be that VXR 28. And yeah, it is only about a 13-yard shot here. Let's pull these out. both are shooting pretty consistent. I know it's just a 2 arrow grouping there, but just kind of show you guys kind of what they look like side by side shooting. But that's going to wrap up this video today, guys, for the AXIUS Alpha against the VXR 28. Very stoked about these 2 bows. Both are great shooting bows. Both feel really good in the hand. Both are shooting about the exact same speed. Both are about the same dead in the hand as each other. Very similar weights. Got a little bit more weight here in the AXIUS Alpha. You can't really tell in the hand that this, obviously it's only like 0.23 pounds heavier, but can't really tell too much there. Visually, both bows, both finishes look really good. Paint jobs and everything, and the risers are both very comparable feeling in the hand. Grip wise, the Hoyt does have a little bit of a wider grip on there, and it does have a adjustable side to side moving grip. People are fans of that, some people are not fans of that, so it just kind of depends on your personal preference with those. But if I had to go home with a bow today, this one's hard because these 2 are just shooting pretty dang similar, but I'm gonna go with the Hoyt AXIUS Alpha just due to the string angle. In my personal preference, just wanting a longer string or a wider string angle. This AXIUS Alpha is giving me that exactly what I want in a string angle with a short axle bow. This one is not super wide, it's pretty narrow, and so I got to tilt my nose, which is a given. I mean, it is a 28-inch axle bow. So if you are shooting in a blind or out of a tree stand and you want the maneuverability of a short axle bow, that's going to be a really good choice for you. But I mean, you're not going to have too much of a difference here. The Hoyt is actually smaller just due to the cams being a little bit of a lower profile than the big Mathews cams. But yeah, the AXIUS Alpha is going to go home with me today, theoretically. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Just want to say a huge thanks for your support. Big thanks to Terry here at T&T Archery letting me come in and shoot bows. So if you're ever in town, come on, stop by his shop, and we'll keep cranking videos out for you guys from all the support you've been giving me. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'll keep cranking videos out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, posting those for you guys. If you want to see a bow compared with another bow, put that down in the comment section below. I am working on getting a few different companies that aren't sold here in the shop, like PSC or Expedition and things that I don't have access to here. So I'm trying to get in contact with people there at the company. So if you know somebody that can help me out to get a couple bows just to borrow and shoot together, then let me know. Hit me up on Instagram at Haxenhunt. And anyway, guys, I just want to say a huge thanks again, and we will see you guys next time.